Children, today we will be discussing about the arithmetic mean. So what is arithmetic mean, how we will use arithmetic mean formula in sums, and what are the properties of arithmetic mean, and how we assume terms when there are terms given in arithmetic progression. Right, children, let's start with arithmetic progression and arithmetic mean. Suppose we say that the three numbers a, small a, capital A and b are in AP. Okay, children. If these three terms are in AP, that means the common difference will be same. That means T2 minus T1, second term minus first term, is equal to T3 minus T2, third term minus second term. This is the common difference. So when we transfer this A that side, it will become A plus A 2A, and this small a this side will become A plus B. When we cross multiply 2 here, what we'll get? A capital A equals to A plus B upon 2. So this capital A is the arithmetic mean between A and B. Right, children? So this is a formula for finding the arithmetic mean between two terms which are in AP. Right? Now let's discuss few properties of arithmetic progression. What are the properties? Suppose any arithmetic sequence is given as, let's take an example, 2, 5, 8 and so on is given, right? So the first property states that if we add or subtract any term in any number, any same constant in all the numbers of the arithmetic progression, it will remain an arithmetic progression. Let's see, this was the arithmetic progression given 2, 5, 8. Say if we add 1 in all the terms of this progression. So 2 plus 1 is 3, 5 plus 1 is 6 and 8 plus 1 is 9. Now you can say that when we are adding 1 to all the terms, the expression obtained is also a arithmetic progression. See, 6 minus 3 is 3, 9 minus 6 is 3. They have same common difference, that means it is an AP. Now in the same sequence 2, 5, 8, say if we subtract 1, then what the sequence will get? If we subtract 1 in 2, you will get 1. If you subtract 1 from 5, you will get 4. If you subtract 1 in 8, you will get 7. Now the progression that we have obtained is 1, 4, 7. Is this an AP? Let's see. 4 minus 1, 3. 7 minus 4 is 3. Yes, it is an AP. Right. So we can see that in this property, if we add or subtract the same number in the arithmetic progression given, it will remain arithmetic progression. Second property states that if we divide or multiply any same constant in arithmetic progression, it will again remain a arithmetic progression, right? Let's say that there is a progression given 4, 6, 8, 12 and so on. In this progression, if you multiply 2 in each term of this progression, 2 4s are 8, 2 8s are 16, 2 12s are 24. Now you can see, is this arithmetic progression that we have got? 16 minus 8, 8, 24 minus 16, 8. Yes, it is an arithmetic progression. That means when we are multiplying, we are getting an AP. Let's divide all the terms by 2. 2 to the 4 upon 2, 2, 8 upon 2, 4, 12 upon 2, 6. Is this arithmetic progression? Yes. 4 minus 2 is 2. 6 minus 4 is 2. Common difference is same. That means it is an AP. Right, children? If you have any confusion, just rewind the video and hear all the concepts again. Children, if we have to assume terms in AP, that means it is given that there are 3 consecutive terms or 4 consecutive terms. So if we have to assume, if we have to let the terms which are the consecutive terms and they are in a arithmetic progression, then when 3 terms are required, will they take the terms as A minus D, A and A plus D. Okay, do remember that. When it is required that there are 4 terms, there are 4 consecutive terms in AP, then we will always assume the terms as A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D and A plus 3D. And when it is given that there are 5 consecutive terms are in AP, we have to assume, then we'll assume the 5 consecutive terms as A minus 2D, A minus D, A plus D and A plus 2D. Okay, children, note down please. Now let's discuss a sum, children, to understand the arithmetic progression more clearly. The sum states as find three numbers in arithmetic progression whose sum is 54 and whose product is 440. Sum of the terms is given, product of the terms is given, and we have to calculate those terms. There are three terms, three consecutive terms in AP. So whenever we have to assume, children, the three consecutive terms in AP, we do A minus D, A and A plus D. Now the question says the sum of these three terms is 24. That means when we add these three terms, we'll get 24. So here we are adding these three terms and getting 24, equating it to 24. So this plus D and minus D will get cancelled. 3A equals to 24. The value of A will be, first term will be 8. Right, the value of A will be, 8. Now the question says the product, second condition, the product of three terms is 440. That means when we multiply these three terms, we'll get 440. The result 440. Now substitute the value of the A as 8. So it will be 8 minus D into 8 plus D. This 8 will be cross multiplied and get cancelled. 8 5s are 40, 8 5s are 40. Right, children? So the expression will be 8 minus D, 8 plus D equals to 55. Right, children? Now A minus B and A plus B is written. So A square minus B square. 8 square is 64, D square minus D square. Transfer this D square that side, 55 this side. 64 minus 55. So the value of D square is 9 or plus minus D is plus minus 3. Now we got the value of D, we got the value of A. Now when we put the first term that we have assumed, A minus D. So D will be minus 3 or plus 3. So A minus D will be either 8 plus 3 when we put minus 3 here, and it will be 8 minus 3 when we will put in this term, A minus D. It will become A plus D. Okay, either plus 3 or minus 3. Right. So 8 plus 3 is 11 and 8 minus 3 is 5. Second term is A, which is 8. The third term is again A plus D. The value of D is plus minus 3. So when we put in this term minus 3, it will be 8 minus 3 as 5. And when we put plus 3, 8 plus 3 will be 11. So from here we can say that the required terms will be either 8, 11, 8, 5 or 5, 8, 11. Okay. These both answers satisfy these two conditions. So the consecutive terms will be either 11, 8, 5 or 5, 8, 11. Right, children? Note down, please. Let's discuss another sum, children. In this question, the question states that find 5 numbers in AP whose sum is 12 and the ratio of first to the last is 2:3. We have to find 5 numbers and the sum of 5 numbers is 12 given and the ratio of first and last is 2:3 given. Right, children? So what we'll assume when we have to assume 5 terms in AP, we always assume as A minus 2D, A minus D, A plus D and A plus 2D. Right? And according to the question, the sum of these 5 numbers is 12. That means A minus 2D, A minus D, A plus D and A plus 2D. The result is 12. When we add all these 5 numbers, the result will be 12. So this minus 2D and plus 2D cancel. This minus D and plus D cancel. How many A's we are having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll get 5A equals to 12. A equals to 12 by 5, which is 2.4. So we got the value from here. We got the value of first term. A. Now in the second condition, it is given that the ratio of first to the last term is 2:3. First term is A minus 2D and the last term is A plus 2D. And the ratio between the first and last is 2:3 given. So when we solve this expression, what we'll get? Equation where what we'll get? 3 cross multiplied here. 3A minus 6D equals to 2A plus 4D. Transfer 6D this side, it will become 4D plus 6D. Transfer 2A this side, it will become 3A minus 2A. So A equals to 10D, so D equals to A upon 10. which is 12.5 or 2.4 upon 10, which is 0.24. Right, children? So now we have the value of D, we have the value of A. Now we'll calculate these terms. So the first term that we have assumed is A minus 2D. Substituting the value of A and D, we'll get 1.92. Second term, we have assumed A minus D. Substitute the value of A and D, we'll get 2.16. Third term is A, which is 2.4. Fourth term is A plus D, which is, on substituting the value, we'll get 2.64. And the last, fifth term is A plus 2D. On substituting the value, we'll get as 2.88. Right, children? Note down, please. Let's discuss another sum, children. In this sum, the question states that insert one arithmetic mean between 3 and 13. So let's see how we will solve. We have to insert one arithmetic mean. We have to insert one number which are in between 3 and 13. Let the arithmetic mean be A. Capital A we have assumed as the arithmetic mean which we have inserted between 3 and 13. So this 3A and 13 are in AP, arithmetic progression. If these are in arithmetic progression and A is the arithmetic mean, what is the formula of our arithmetic mean between two numbers A and B? A plus B by 2. So here the value of arithmetic mean will be 3 plus 13 by 2, that will be 16 by 2, that will be 8. Right? So 8 is the arithmetic mean between the two numbers 3 and 13. Right? Note down, please. Let's discuss another sum, children. In this sum, the question states that a sum of rupees 700 is to be paid to give 7 cash prizes to the students of a school for their overall academic performance. If the cost of each prize is rupees 20 less its preceding price, then find the value of each prize. Right? Every time we move to next price, the cost decreases by rupees 20. So if we assume that let the first price be X rupees, then next price will be X minus 20, then next price will be X minus 20 minus 20, that is X minus 40, and so on, and the last price will be X minus 120. So according to the question, we have to distribute all the 7 prizes from rupees 700. That means the sum of all these prices will be rupees 700. That means X plus X minus 20 plus X minus 40 and so on up to X minus 120 will be equal to 700. So X has come 7 times. So X plus X plus X 7 times 7X minus 20 minus 40 minus 60 minus 80 minus 100 and minus 120 will make 420. When we transfer this 420 that side, it will become 700 plus 420 equals to 1120. Cross multiply 7, we'll get the value of X equals to 160. That means the first prize, which was X, has value rupees 160. Second prize 20 rupees less, 140. Third prize 40 rupees less from X, 120, and so on. So this way we can calculate the value of all the prizes which were given for overall academic performance to students. Right, children? This is the word problem sum. Note down, please.